Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Today we're going to be talking about, is the carnivore or keto diet better for you? We like to talk a lot on this channel about how I lost 55 pounds and 8 sizes with the combination of the two diets, keto and carnivore, over the last 4 years. I also gave up alcohol at the same time 4 years ago, so that helped a lot. I want you to consider this and check out some of my other videos about alcohol. And my life has been better ever since I've done all of these things. Now I'm into carnivore and loving life. I love both diets. So stick around if you want to hear the differences between the two and which one might be better for you. Some people don't quite understand the difference between the two. Well, I know the differences. I'm living it, and I've been living it for a while now. Also, I want to thank you for joining me today, and I appreciate you, and maybe I don't say that enough, but if you subscribe and you want to stay on track, we have new shows every Monday. You can ask me anything in the comments, and nothing is off limits. So hit me up. Talk to me, guys. Send me an emoji. I will talk to you about anything. I love social interaction with people. And I feel like I have some maybe wisdom to offer if you're just starting a carnivore diet, or if you've been on a keto diet, or if you're stalling out. I have some tips for you, and this is free. Hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. So you guys can probably tell which diet I like a little bit better than the other. I love both diets, and they are similar in a lot of ways. But today I'm going to talk about the differences between them. So if you wanted to try carnivore, you can try it, but you can tell by my shirt that I'm a little more into carnivore these days. Now, I still eat keto. So I'm a 90% carnivore, which means most of the time I'm eating meat, dairy, and eggs, and including a lot of fat in my diet in the way of animal fats and butter. I'm not afraid of my butter. Of course, I include my pink salt as a staple to health and drink plenty of water. And I also make sure I try to get 7 hours of sleep. So when I think of these two diets, the first thing I think of, besides that carnivore is a little bit more strict for some, and keto is a lot less strict for some. And that's the obvious answer. I'm going to go back and forth between these two diets and tell you that I think a lot of this choice has to do with what type of person you are, and being self-aware of what type of person you are. If you are a big picture thinker, if you don't like a lot of rules and regulations, this is going to surprise you what I'm going to say next, but if you love freedom and you don't really want to measure and things like that, or even weigh yourself, then I think a carnivore diet is a better choice. Now, some people might be saying right now, like, well, Misty, it's so restrictive. I don't understand what you mean. Like, that's not freedom. Yes and no. There are two philosophies we're going through with these two things. I feel like there's two camps in the same campground when it comes to keto and carnivore. So you may disagree with the fact that freedom and carnivore don't seem like they would go in the same sentence. But I'm going to challenge you to think outside the box for a minute. I, as a person, am a big picture thinker. I don't love rules. I can be rebellious in my thoughts and opinions and views and philosophies on things in life. And I feel like for me, carnivore gives me that freedom that I want. Now, this sounds counterintuitive because it's like, well, Misty, you can only eat meat, dairy, eggs, and fats, and that leaves out all these other things. Well, I'm 90% carnivore, and I leave a little bit of room for those other things. Keto foods, keto desserts, a little sweetener, fruit, salad now and then, those kind of things. But for me, eating carnivore for the last, I think we're going on a year and 8 months. I'm not limiting the amounts of foods. I'm not counting macros. I am letting my body kind of tell me naturally and trying to be in tune with myself how much meat is enough meat, how much salt is enough salt, and things like that. Even fat, I feel like I have it dialed in pretty good by now. Now let's talk about the keto diet and give both sides here. Because I'm not going to give you just all the great stuff about carnivore. There's plenty of good stuff about the keto diet. The keto diet, you can have a lot more variety in what you eat. You can have a little bit of fruits when you're on the keto diet. You have all these keto treats people are making. Side dishes are allowed on the keto diet. Vegetables, a lot of salads people like when they're eating keto. I feel like for your personality, knowing and being self-aware of what type of person you are and what works best for you on a day-to-day basis, you may find that the keto diet is more appropriate. There's also some rules to go by on the keto diet that helps a lot of people. Some people count their macros under 50, under 20, even lower than that, and that is very helpful for some. If you are more of an organized person, if you are more of a structured, practical person, and you are a little bit more tuned in to having a parameter to measure things by, and if you even like to use the scale, the weight scale, and if you like to use a food scale to measure out your food, then I think the keto diet is a little bit more appropriate for the organized, practical, down-to-earth individual. The carnivore diet is a bit extreme for some, and a lot of people feel like the keto diet is a lot more doable on a day-to-day basis. The keto diet does allow some types of drinks that we're going to talk about in a bit, and keto treats. Some people allow on the keto diet, some packaged foods, side dishes, and there's just a ton more variety. I was thinking of things that may be helpful so you can dial it in and decide what you like better. If you have a past where you were on meds or a lot of meds for many years, or you had an addiction to alcohol, for example, or even tobacco, I'm going to tell you that the carnivore diet might get you there sooner, closer to your health goals, because, you're trying to clear your liver. And carnivore diet is a little bit more extreme in the way that it cuts the crap out of your body faster than the keto diet. So if you have been on meds for many years, if you feel like you can become addicted to things easily, I'm going to tell you that the carnivore diet is more of a fasting, mimicking protocol. Less and less do I crave alcohol and even sweet things. I used to be addicted to ginger ale. Sometimes salty, crunchy things were more of a craving that I would have. And I feel like if you want to get over those cravings, this can even help you if you're addicted to any kind of medication. I do think carnivore is the way to go. Also, if you have a little extra cellulite on your body. Now, fat and cellulite are not exactly the same thing, if you notice. Guys, I don't have a ton of fat on my body, but I still have some cellulite that wants to hang around anyway. I feel like the carnivore diet can address your cellulite even more specifically than just the fat on your body. Of course, fat comes off your body when you're eating a carnivore diet. However, the cellulite reduction is insane on carnivore, and I have seen it be reduced tremendously in a faster time period than ever on keto. So keto makes me think of bigger people who have more weight to lose. Might do better on keto until you get to know what kind of things you're staying away from. You're staying away from carbs. You're staying away from regular junk food. You may be transitioning and trying the keto foods to replace the regular snacks you're used to eating. A lot of people who are still addicted to their beverages, their diet soda, or their sweet tea, things with sweetener in them, Gatorade Zero. These things have a lot of ingredients. And I feel like being on a keto diet or starting a keto diet or staying on your keto diet, if you still have to get over that large hill at a slower rate, possibly, than carnivore in a way, you're sort of learning how to eat again. Another reason people may like keto better, and it might be a better choice for you, socially. Now, keto is great if you have a large family, some children, and you have a lot of social activity around family time. That means there's going to be a lot more side dishes, a lot more food in general, because as Americans, we celebrate by eating, let's be real. If you have the big family dinners, I definitely think keto is a better choice. Your chances of succeeding are much greater if you have more things that you can eat. You can make the keto desserts, you can make the keto side dishes, and you can exchange the regular foods and make the keto versions. And that's one thing I do love about keto, and that I did love when I ate mainly keto. So if you have a family atmosphere, you have the gatherings quite often, and socially, keto may work better for you, stick to keto for now. A lot of people find when they stall out on keto, that's when they sometimes transition over to carnivore, which is like Keto 2.0. Like I made a video called Keto 2.0, which is basically carnivore, or even Keto Plus, which I'm going to try to coin right now. I also think keto is great if you don't mind having a snack in between meals. Then keto is definitely the way to go. I would say try to get used to the idea of intermittent fasting for long periods of time with no snacks or food, and this will help you tremendously. And I haven't done a video on intermittent fasting yet, but let me know if you would like me to. Now, if you're anything like me, I've always loved meat, rich meat, and things with a lot of fat. Bacon, butter on my food has always been very, very enjoyable to me. Now, I feel like my body just likes it better. I've never been too big on the vegetables. I've never gone crazy over vegetables in general. And I've eaten the salads in my time, guys, but it's not the first thing my mind goes to when I'm hungry. So as a carnivore, as I like to call myself, I love rich foods, meat, a lot of dairy, and I love eggs, butter, bacon. These things really resonate with me as a person. And that might just be temporarily, guys, but since I've been a kid, I've always loved these foods the most. I've never been too big on the vegetables and the salads and the seafood and the chicken and the lighter foods. I've always liked the more dense, more nutrient dense foods, and they always felt better in my body since I was a child. So I feel like carnivore works for me for some of these reasons. If you feel like you resonate better with the lighter foods, chicken, seafood, salad, vegetables, you love side dishes, I definitely think keto will be a lot more sustainable for a longer period of time. A lot of people who go onto the carnivore diet will do it for a period of time until they heal their insides. You know, I've been on medication through the years, and I drank alcohol, and I feel like my body has a little bit more sludge in my organs. I can feel it, guys. It's not cleared yet. It's getting there. But I feel like carnivore for me is more of a faster way to clear the inside of my body first. Clear up the microbiome situation, the gut flora, and have it so the communities are getting along inside there. I still have a pretty large gut here, guys. I don't like to show it. Hopefully I'm not muffin middling out on you too much today with my shirt. But if you still have a gut that hangs around right in the middle and you don't lose weight evenly through your whole body, I feel like your organs need a little bit more repair first. And that's what I just feel intuitively for myself. And so going more extreme and eating meat, dairy, and eggs mainly 90% of the time, and 10% of the time I allow some keto foods, vegetables, and salad, I just feel like it's the right thing to do. I must admit, being on carnivore is not for the faint at heart. And it does take a certain personality type. You have to be ready, definitely, to hear comments from others. You're going to get a heart attack. I can imagine what your cholesterol level is. LDLs, HDLs. They're finding out that this stuff is bogus anyway, the way they've been reading it. So you have to be ready, though, emotionally, for people to want to butt up against carnivore. And that's okay. Just accept that it's a new way. People hate change. And I can imagine if you're watching this video right now that you are one of the leaders in your friend or family group because you are embracing change. Or you wouldn't be watching this. You're changing your life. You're getting more sleep. I know you're including pink salt in your life. And I know that you are starting not to care what other people say or think about what you eat. It's just food, and it's just a passing opinion. And you know what? We can take it seriously and get into squabbles with people, or we could own our own power, empower ourselves, lead by example, be the leader, continue to lead a healthy lifestyle, whether you're eating carnivore or you prefer keto because it's a lot easier than carnivore for a lot of people. And either way, you are living a low-carb lifestyle. I like to think of carnivore, which I'm really into right now, as more of a concept of adding more meat into your life, even if you're on keto, and adding some bacon to the mix, doubling up on your meats occasionally. And some people do carnivore meals or days. So consider that as well. These two are, remember, two camps on the same campground. Carnivore and keto are cousins. If you find any of this valuable today, guys, please hit like, share, and of course, subscribe. I have new shows every Monday. We're talking a lot about carnivore and keto diets. Since I started this channel, going on a year and 8 months, I think. And it's been a really fun experience. Please let me know in the comments any questions you may have. You can ask about me. You can tell me about you. I may use it on a future episode. Thank you for listening to our music. We are Black Eyed Soul. Andrew, my husband, and I record right here in this room on the instruments behind me. And we have a couple albums out. The new one called Yes happens to be our favorite at this moment. Check out Yes, add it to your cart on Amazon. And before I sign off, guys, I want to rattle off some reminders about dieting. Whether you like carnivore better and you're more extreme in your personality like I am these days and always, or whether you like keto better, which is a great diet, helps people lose weight very quickly. You have so much variety. You don't feel so deprived. And you might be in a family environment where it's a lot more sustainable. They're both great diets. You will lose weight on both diets. one more for healing, which I say is carnivore, and one more for sustainability for a longer period of time, which I say is keto, and a lot more practical. Make your choice. Mix the two together like I do. These two together will save your life. You want to be around for your grandchildren. You want to live this life and hopefully get some stuff done, pursuing your art like I try to do, even though I have a 9-to-5 job. We want to make sure we enjoy every moment and try to be present. We want to include good, solid sleep in our lives so we can thrive and be healthier. 7 cups of water a day. Include your pink salt, don't forget, guys. And also be playful in your attitude. Flirt with the universe and try to enjoy each day because it's a precious gift from God, from the universe, and we came here to experience all of the things. Thank you for tuning into Love Style today. We'll see you next time. Peace out.